white flipper just sitting on the surface of the water right now?
Guck einfach mal dahin, weil es dauert immer einen Moment. Geh mal nach vorne, frag mal, ob die auch irgendwo durchdarf.
Thank you.
Aber hier ist noch ein bisschen Luft. Frag mal, ob die stehen. Dann geht er hoch zum Papa. Heidi, stell dich hoch. Ich kann keine 2 Kinder. Ich kann keine 2 Kinder hochhalten.
So we did just see that green flash under the water. That's actually the whale's pectoral flipper that we did just see. Anything that's white is going to appear to be green below the surface, and here comes our whale again. And so our whales here are kick feeding. About 70% of the humpback whales that we see do this behavior. And kick feeding refers to when they slam their tails down on the surface like you've been seeing. When they do that, it's believed that they can stun the prey that's below the surface. And that allows them to catch those fish easier. This is kick feeding right here that you're seeing at about 11 o'clock. Open mouths out at about 11 o'clock as well. And there is a mom-calf pair at about 10 o'clock. Now this green that you're seeing on top of the surface is actually how the humpbacks feed. These whales feed by blowing bubbles below the surface. Either with their blowholes or their mouth, they blow these bubbles. The fish in this area, when they do get scared, they corral together to form a ball. You can see those wide open mouths and then another pectoral flipper as well as this whale that just came up at about 11. So while these whales are here, they are feeding on small schooling fish such as herring and mackerel, as well as their favorite prey, which is sand lance or sand eels. Now sand lance or sand eels are actually only about the size of a pencil and only weigh a couple ounces. This is another mother calf pair that we're looking at about 11 o'clock, as well as there's another whale at about 9 o'clock that I know you guys can recognize. This whale's name is fulcrum, and fulcrum actually doesn't have a dorsal fin. It was cut off by a boat, and you'll be able to see those propeller scars. You can see the birds following suit afterwards.
Lucas.
Que sacan, saca la cabeza para que se le quita el espacio.
And we'll have some more kick feeding at about 1 o'clock.
Le quitan la parásita, digamos, Oh, da tun wieder. Komm, bleib doch mal beim Papi drüben und bleib mal einen Moment da stehen.
So these flukes that you keep seeing, and they do serve as a billboard for us while we're looking at these whales. As I told you, I might be able to recognize some of them if we do get a good look at them. And actually I can tell you this whale at the surface right now is a whale named Filament, the whale that's slamming its tail down and just going down on a dive. Filament actually also has a scar because Filament hit the bottom of the boat with her tail. And you can see the bubbles from this whale that just came up to the surface.
Alla vediana se ne ha il mandente, si ha sopra la pelle, se ne pone una un po' di colore. È possibile che come in Salesa questa maniera.
mating and breeding the entire time. The mother will have the calf while she's down in the Caribbean. The mother will be pregnant for 1 year and have her calf in the Caribbean, and then the calf will follow the mother back up here for the summer months on Stellwagen Bank, and then the calf on their way back down there, filament going down on a dive again. On the way back down to the Caribbean for the winter, the calf and mom will split along the way. So the mother's pregnant for 1 year, and then they stay together for an additional year. Here, the calf's actually not nursing. The calf's not feeding, it's only nursing. The mother's fat in this milk, it gives it the consistency of cottage cheese or yogurt. Also, these whales have to be given non-gender specific names. And that's for the simple reason that most of the time while we're out here, we don't know the gender of these animals. There are a couple ways that we can tell the gender. So this is filament right off at about 2 o'clock here, coming up right now. You can see that notch in the tail if you do get a good look right there. That is because she hit the underside of a boat. I can tell you it is a female. When filament brings her tail out of the water, she does give us a look at that hemispherical lobe, but she does bring it so high up out of the water. So you might be wondering how long these whales can live to be. We believe right now these whales can live to be 80, 90, even 100 years old, possibly don't know. There are a couple ways that we can tell. The first one is if we do see that calf traveling with its mother, we can be sure that it was just born a couple months earlier in the Caribbean, so that whale is only going to be 1 year old. And that's the one that we came out of the water. That's filament head actually. Also, by looking at those biopsy samples, there is a region of DNA called It does shrink with age. It shrinks for whales as well as for humans. It's just right now we don't know how much it shrinks with age. Slam down and there it is again.
English 9.
Now when she slams her head down, I want you to look for bumps on her head or on any of these other humpbacks. You can see those bumps right now. Those bumps are actually called stole bones, and they're in the hair follicles. And these stone bolts each have a single hair in them. And that hair is used to sense any movements of the water column in front of it.